Hello, everyone. Let's take a moment to talk about that professional growth plan assignment. If you've ever written an SLO before, a student learning objective, or done any work around educator effectiveness, then you have every idea of what this assignment is going to entail. It's basically writing two student learning objectives or two educator effectiveness goals. However, they need to be focused on literacy as the vehicle and the outcome. So if you have already written your SLO for educator effectiveness for the year and you can double dip with this assignment, or vice versa, if you want to use this assignment as a way to grow your educator effectiveness goals and turn them into your administrator later, then please, I would be so happy to hear that you were able to use this coursework and this assignment to benefit you professionally as well. So let's make goals that we can use for to satisfy both purposes. So the assignment reads that you will focus on two components of balanced literacy that reflect a comprehensive literacy program. How will you strengthen these elements in your own teaching practice? At this point in the course, with all of the reading that we've done and the discussions that we've had, I know your brain is absolutely percolating with ideas that you have that you want to take back into your classroom, into your teaching practice. We want to polish up two of them, and they need to be literacy based. The coming up with the ideas, I'm sure, is not the hard part. The hard part is putting them into SMART format. Anyone in education has probably heard of SMART. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely or time bound. And our time for this goal will be throughout this school year. So you want to have your goals wrap up around whatever your administrator would normally say. So do we say end of May, early June, which would put our halfway point typically around end of January, early February, if that's helpful, but I don't have any specific expectations for exact dates. I want you to tweak them to make them work for your employment and for this course. So a little bit more about the SMART format. These are some questions that you can ask to help guide your thinking. What do you want to do? To me, that's the easy part to come up with. Measurable is where I, as an instructional coach, really have to push in and help teachers decide how will you know when you've reached it? How are you going to measure that? And achievable, is it in your power to accomplish it? Let's make sure we're picking something that's actually doable within the four walls of your classroom on the budget that you have, and realistic. Can you realistically achieve it given all of your constraints of your time, your position, your budget, all of that. And timely, we covered that already. We want to accomplish that midway around February, final around end of May, early June. To help you for planning, I've given you several resources. A planning or brainstorming document, the blank blue one, I think is very helpful. And I'm also showing you an example with student permission. This is a former student that filled out the purple pink one, so you could see what a really detailed, well thought out, thorough brainstorming example could look like. She actually went ahead and turned this in as her educator effectiveness. She saw this plan through and she reflected in her literacy portfolio how this improved her literacy instruction and practice. Another helpful resource, if you have just a different way of looking at things, from sparkpeople.com. This is another SMART goal setting worksheet that you can use, just a different way to help you break down your thinking and plan out each of the elements of the SMART goal. See the page on Canvas for a specific breakdown of the timeline of how we are going to workshop these SMART goals and turn them in.